have equal access to living their best lives, physically, spiritually, and artistically. We encourage you to be respectful of everyone's identity and remember that every person on this stage has equal value. At Southern Fried, we judge poems, not people, yeah? Tonight, you will see 4 teams of poets and 4 indie poets from across the country competing for a chance to perform at final stage this Saturday evening for team and indie finals. Judges, we ask that you give the poets your undivided attention. In order to do so, we ask that everyone silence your phones right now. Please and thank you if you forgot. Please respect the mic when poets are up here. They give their heart, their art, etc. However, this isn't a Barnes & Noble reading, so you don't have to just sit there, with your hands in your lap. You can snap. Go ahead, give it a try. You can clap. You can even vocalize sometimes and say, ooh, damn, shit, poet. And if something hits you in like a very erotic way, you can say, damn, poet, that hit me in a very erotic way. Try it. We're good. All right. In Poetry Slam, there's no music, no costumes or props, and each poet will be performing their original work. Poems may be up to 3 minutes long, but after the 10-second grace period, the performer loses points over time. You may see groups of poets performing team pieces. This is normal and encouraged. Some of the poems you will hear deal with sensitive topics. So if at any time you feel the need to step outside, please feel free to do so. This does not include you judges. You better keep your ass where you at. Here are your judges. Judges, put up your scorecards. Everyone clap for the judges. Let your scores reflect your feelings, however you absorb the art that is getting thrown at you, slammed at you, because the audience will let you know what they think of your opinions. So, be consistent in your scoring. Don't let the audience sway you. Remember, tonight, don't matter. You all are the experts, okay? So trust in that. Audience, they don't know what they're doing. So, if you hear a score you don't like, what are you going to do? It's all right, judges. I'll walk you to your car. I got you. But what do you do if you hear a score you do like? Hell yeah. All right. At the conclusion of the bout, slam masters or coaches, please stay and sign off on the bout sheets and return your primary authorship forms. This is going to speed up the process of verifying scores and timely score postings, which means, yes, we get things moving. So, are y'all ready for some poetry? Say word. Are y'all ready for a slam? Say word. Not just yet. We need to shed blood. We need a calibration poet. So this poet is not a part of the competition, but judges, you will score them the same. This is your calibration poet. They can be the baseline for reference, so if you hear something better than this calibration poet, give them a higher score. If you hear something worse, give them a lower score as the competition goes. So, audience. Oh, other rule, because this happened yesterday. Please don't stomp on the floor, because it really travels downstairs, and there's also another amazing bout happening downstairs, so please and thank you. All right. Please welcome this sacrificial poet to the mic, Marquise Lee. Clap him up.
Go ahead, poet. You got it.
Constant, conscious content continuously congests my concepts without my consent, but it's cool. Cause I'm completely content with consciousness contained in my subconscious, no nonsense. And clearly no contest, cause they can't con this contestant, so don't test it. I carry concepts that can be taken way out of context that'll make your head spin your neck shift, I'm honest. But most of all, I'm modest, the hottest, can turn your neighborhood jump off into a goddess, cause folks fantasize about freedom and equate it with birds. But I equate it with words, herds of nouns and verbs, I burn herbs and ash in urns. Cause that's what it's made for, right? At least that's what I heard, I'm supposed to believe everything that came forth, right? Wrong, shout out to the queen, kid came for never leaving her home without that I'm gone. And for those peeps that's mentally sleep, they can't relax because she ruined naps like a hot comb. But we got the freedom of speech, so we use this speech to speak freely and give you a hot poem filled with lyrical lessons for your cerebral cortexes to lock on. So listen, the system can quickly turn the suspect into a victim. Cop kill a kid, go to trial and they acquit him. But a felon trying to flourish won't receive a flower to keep him nervous. So I swallow my sorrow and pack my pride full of courage. Cause I get up with the movement, but I'm not down with the movement. Possess the heart of a lion, and the mind of a student is twisted like it's a Rubik's, but I'm still practicing prudence. People call me a nuisance, but I ain't asked for their 2 cents, cause it's a constant lesson to learn to channel my aggression away from obvious oppression and to eradicate my depression, cause in 1865, that's right, January 31st, 1865, it is in fact a fact that the Congress had passed the 13th Amendment, which would eventually abolish slavery. But it wasn't until December 6th of 1865 that it was ratified and clarified and otherwise accepted. Well, that was 1865, and it's 2026. And so if you're in the mix, you understand that wasn't nothing but 157 years ago. So that's like 3-4 generations max. Here it is, only 150 years since slavery been abolished. And listen close, it's no jokes, I'm supposed to drop some knowledge. I done wrote notes and spoke to folks that brag and boast while going to college. But look, Eugene and Whitney, clearly you ain't got to sit in the classroom to be a stylist. And they knew that, and proved that. So to them, I pay homage for finding an honest living, not getting government dollars. And I'm not saying that school not cool. Just saying the educational system kind of sucks. And I'll be damned if 1 hour of our lives is only worth $18, but the moral of the story is in a year, they'll still fill 18 trucks with 18 bodies in each, all wearing jumpsuits, legally enslaving them for well over 18 months. That's why my subconscious accomplishes maintaining accomplices who can't because they're incompetent cattle without no common sense and sense. I've been rhyming since it's been my time of kind of quit to try to make this kind of simple for the simple-minded to kind of get. Wake up. Free your mind and stop being a slave. Slaves to imperialism, slaves to materialism, slaves to fresh shades, fresh J's and court cases. Stop being pop-up popcorn games and pillaging pilgrims. Look at the world we live in. Take care of your children. Please. Just take care of your children. And stop dealing in feelings that's keeping the hype building. Because the hype ain't doing nothing but keeping our people reeled in. Why do you think they continuously looking for styrofoam cups to spill in and put pills in? Because you're dealing with a system that's comfortable killing children. I mean, they killed millions and crashed planes into buildings.
All right. That was the Sacrifice Poets. Judges, you have a job to do. On the count of 3, let's see what you got, judges. Uno, dos, tres. From low to high for the Sacrifice Poet, we have a 7. We have a 7.1. We have a 7.8. We have a 9.1 and a 9.2. Also, give our helpers here, our volunteers, a wonderful round of applause. Voice, they're doing some mathematics. Voice of God. What was the score for the poem?
We have a total of 22.5 after a 1.5 point time.
22.5 after a time penalty of 1.5. Full time! Alright, let's get it started. Our first team of the bout is Verbbenders. Verbbenders, who you sending up?
Group B!
Group B, send up for the team!
Let's go, y'all.
Ain't going on the way, still at home.
Yeah, I know them. Real life. Let's go, team.
It's like on a Superman ride at Six Flags.
The Southeast Ferry at Busch Gardens.
Haven't learned how to fly, but I'm always trying to reach new heights. I
pushing myself, and pushing myself, and pushing myself.
To the only place left to go is town.
I'm going to crash.
But while I'm up here,
I'm gonna write a poem about it.
give you something you can feel.
Compose a song about it.
Something you can sway to, fall asleep to.
Actually, what I'm about to do is take my scars and shove them on a canvas so you can call that shit abstract.
Contort my problems into roller coasters. Let them call it a fast track.
I'm up here because I spent a lot of time in the sun. I could have sworn I was made for shadows, shadows, shadows.
I asked my shadow if I was going to follow you. He said,
Yeah, your demons would agree. Your skeletons would love to join the party, but you shove them in the closet with your baggage, baggage, baggage. The plane has a 3-bag limit. I guess it's when you're grounded, grounded. Sinking quicksand, you gotta be quicker than that.
you stay chasing $1.
Close your third eye when it's convenient. Cause spiritual awakening and wealth don't seem to go hand in hand, hand in hand, hand in hand. Don't you call these people family?
So why don't you ever let them know when you're breaking?
Say something! You're being selfish with your trauma! Write a poem about it!
Compose a song about it.
Take your scars and shove them on a canvas so they can call that shit abstract! Do you think if I scream loud enough, you'll remember that I'm alone? Everyone says they're afraid of heights, but we'll still watch you fall, fall, fall! If a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound?
If I'm breaking and no one takes the time to see it, is it really happening? Or is it all in my head? My head, my head. That shit crazy. Cause y'all will sit here and call this shit fire, but as soon as I burn out,
Act like you don't know where it came from.
I like to act like I don't know where I came from.
Like my pen ain't never been fueled by trauma and bitterness, trauma and bitterness, trauma and bitterness.
Like I don't be up here shaking, just talking about this shit.
Say I'm a ride or die type friend, but the ride never ends.
But here's what I'll do.
I present my red flags like Six Flags and let y'all call my roller coaster an amusement. Question.
Are you amused yet? Question.
If a garden grows over top a grave, can it ever bear fruit? Question.
If a star burns out in the depths of space and its light never reaches Earth, did it ever really shine?
Never mind, I'll just write a poem about it. Compose a song about it. Take my scars and shove them on a canvas so you can look me in my face and say, good job, do it again.
All right, judges. Let's see how the judges feel.
Get it right.
1, 2, 3. Judges, put them up. All right. From low to high, we have an 8.5. We have an 8.8. We have a 9.1. We have a 9.4. And we have a 9.8. Team B, Tribe Slam Team. Who you sending up? Oh wait, I need the rules. Oh wait, we get the scores. That
We
was
got a 27.3.
27.3 for those two scores. I almost fucked up, you know. Been enjoying.
That's
cool.
okay.
We're here.
That's okay.
We're on vacation. All right, Tribe Slam Team. Who you sending up? Xavier Camille.
Yeah, I just let him. He's fine. Time to start.
I make you feel like a white boy. Some safety, visibility, security that you adore from me. I validate you and give you innate freedom. And in tandem, deny myself the same right to exist and to be cherished. And for the humanity in your brown body, I made you feel like a white boy. Brown boy, I cherish you, made me feel like spirit. You made me feel like spirit, big and infinite, free. And but you give me space to be wild and to have grand emotions to obsess, to express, display my feelings, to be passionate. But in making me feel my spirit, making me feel trapped in this human experience, this one you hardly acknowledge, this body you barely touch, this figure that houses the very spirit that you freed, and I made you feel like a white boy. Not spoiled, but entitled, deserving. Privileged in you make me feel like spirit, picking and choosing when to feel my presence and yearning for me, but so displeased by your imperfections and my love you constantly rejected. Obviously, I cannot be mad at you because seeing my spirit means that the quote-unquote white boy in you wants to protect me. You want to protect my pride and my freedom, my ambiguity, my duality. You want to protect me from your truth. You want to protect my vibrant spirit from being dimmed by you, but my brown boy, my bluebird, take a look at your reflection in the river under the water. Cleanse your feet. It's not whiteness you feel. It's the freedom that we've been denied, the freedom that heals, the freedom I had no clue that I could even give. Oh, we are standing parallel across the street. We are one, you and me. And though we live separately, see the spirit that you see in me, we share it. It is shared with thee. So, sir, I thank you. Brown boy, I may feel safe. Thank you for recognizing my grandness. Hands to heart, eye to eye, soul to soul. Brown boys made each other feel protected and safe. Brown boys dance in the dark, in the nighttime, becoming jovial, effervescent, transcends us to fluorescence. Oh, brown boys made each other feel like glowing, bright, white hues. I never made you feel like a white boy, son. I just made you feel your spirit too.
Judges, tabulate your scores. 1, 2, 3, put them up. From low to high, we have a 7. We have a 7.9. We have an 8.3, an 8.3, and an 8.4 for the poet. Clap for the poet for the story. All right. Keep it moving. The next team, see coming up. Say what? Who you sending up? Azaki!
Mama, Mama, you know I love you. Mama, just like soul food, you're the queen to my heart. So for the life of me, I can't figure out how the separation happened when I came from your womb like a machine for a blood transfusion. Or a pinball machine shooting out an orb of life. I went from enjoying freeze tag to your feelings demonstrated towards me has become cold as ice. Your body, a mortuary, and that's sad because you're still alive. Even now, as a grown man, I wish I could run to you like a kid that just scraped his knee, fall into your arms, and ball out my eye, but for some reason, our feelings have become Section 8, and I don't know why. Sorry, Mom. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you from the possible deaths that resided in my father's hands, like he sees being guided and executed and targeted that lands my hands. My hands becoming earmuffs, trying to block out the darkness of the night like Jack Frost. Man, I'm sorry, Mom. Sorry I ran to the streets. I thought it was the direction of becoming a man. I was still wet behind my ears, smelling my musk, and have yet to come to understand my honesty. It hurts. My daughter is now 5. She has yet to grace the same embrace that nurtured me through times that weren't simple. And this reality can't be right. And I know my looks remind you of him. A deja vu of his venom. Your lip bathed in a tide of crimson. A memory hard to fade away like a pair of pants and a blue jean denim. But Mom, I'm not him. I strive to put my mind towards greatness like a bodybuilder. And I never raised my hand to a woman. But I have meant to abuse him. I hold him guilty of realms that you and I have yet forgiven. Maybe I am him. Maybe. Because my insides have become stacked canvases that have broke premises or promises. I've danced with the devil so many times, I still can't tell you what the prom feels like and what the problem is. I remember the day I told you I was going to be a father. The words were, I guess I should tell you congratulations. Those lines still drumline echo in my ear like a machete being swung by Jason, who trapped in a jar, broke a home sealed tight like a mix. I thought after my return of being gone for 15 years, kindle our bond. Came home to more dried tears and locked doors. Sorry, Mom. But you tell me that you're proud of me. Doing a great job. I want you to hold me the same way you did the first day I came out your womb. I know that God prescribed his lives. If we had a choice, probably wouldn't even buy into it. I just want you to know my heart is still a packed out room full of love, like people at a venue. And that's why every day I was trying to find a way. Forgive you. Sincerely, your forgotten son.
All right, that host moment. Team B, the score for Team B was a 24.5. Now let's see, judges, what y'all got. Tabulate. 1, 2, 3, put them up. From low to high, we have a 7.9. We have a 7.9. We have an 8. We have an 8.5. And we have a 9.4 for the poets.
That's a total score of 24.4.
That's a 24.4 for the poets. Team G, Burn Beautiful. Who you sending up?
Every year, there are roughly 130 million babies and 150 billion stars born in the entire known universe. In the span of 9 years, my wife and I had 3 known miscarriages. All that to say, we spent a lot of time floating in empty void of space, wondering why the numbers never snapped in our favor. When we finally caught the comet, the geneticist saw the 100 tiny birthmarks that freckled my son's entire body and told us this was a symptom of neurofibromatosis, a rare genetic condition that can cause benign tumors to grow in the brain, spinal cord, and nerves. At its worst, so many tumors can grow, it can sag his skin and make his face look like it's melting, and I'm wondering, how will I handle the tumors if they come? If I can't even stand to look at the birthmarks that are already there, fast forward 4 years. It's his first day of school and he's throwing a tantrum because I'm making him wear a hoodie in this 90-degree weather and I can't tell him I'm trying to hide the spots. It's just I know too well people's tendency to be cruel, how they like to chop down trees just to make more handles to mount their axe, and I won't let him get whittled down by sharp tongues like that, watching them take from him and turn him into something that he's not until he slowly becomes the weapon that's turning on himself. I know too well that kind of self-hate, and right now I'm just doing my best to control the fate of what's happening to my son, so please just put this hoodie on because you can't yet see your birthmarks for what they truly are. But just then, While standing there naked, he held up his arms and said, "Daddy, they look like stars." Then pointing to the biggest one in his fridge, he said, "Daddy, this one looks like a spaceship. So forgive me for failing to compose myself when he started making up stories of the spaceship flying through the galaxy that is his body. Have I forgotten how much energy it takes to create a planet? Have I forgotten about the black hole that can suck the life out of an empty womb? Have I forgotten about the empty space that was left behind after the first time I dismantled the unused crib in our bedroom? How dare me think I know more about this universe than you do? How dare me forget all the stars that fizzled out before you came shining through? You were born, you are here. Riddled with spots is proof you exist. It's why they called them birthmarks to begin with. So how lucky are we that you have more than most, miracle boy? I know one day you might want to eclipse yourself with that hoodie to hide behind the moon as they stare and point. Well, let them stare and point the same way they stare and point at stars in wonder and awe, reminding them of merely specks of dust in the vastness of your presence. And when the bullies come with a meteor shower of insults aiming to hit you at your core, swing your Milky Way arms to the bridge of their nose, so they will always know, that you are the big bang your mother and I have been waiting for. You walking constellation, you light-speed traveler, you rocket of hope. I've gone on with this metaphor for too long, I know, but every year there are roughly 130 million babies and 150 billion stars born in this entire known universe. All that to say, no matter how worse your condition becomes, we will always love you until infinity. You are our son, our 1 in 150 billion.
All right, judges, time to make your score. And that concludes our first round. All right, judges. Judges, 1, 2, 3, put them up. From low to high, we have a 9.1. We have a 9.4. A 9.5. A 9.6. And a 9.7 for the board. That concludes our first round. Audience, how do you feel? We're gonna go to our first indie poet. Clap it up for Patricia. Thank you. Scores.
28.5.
28.5. I didn't put the shit on the shit, and I just ignored the shit that I told me. Okay. All right. Clap it up for the first indie poet. It is Patricia.
Came a long way to feel like home.
You got it, baby.
She's so nice. Let's go. Baby cradles make mystical sounds. Milky creaks, squeak. In my head, we've celebrated her already with meatballs and them silly games to guess her birthday seemed to come down, doesn't round here. Like good luck, I pray her baby blanket keeping her warm. Such a first cry is custom sewn. With the thread I said would be her favorite color, red. I always knew she liked red, cause out of nowhere I began to like red. Then love it so much I played in it, painted my kitchen floor with it, we laid in it. Together. While her bassinet kept playing. Creaks. And my head red. All over the money I used to get that thick seal on her casket, you know, so them nasty worms won't get her. I'm still waiting to hold her. My baby ain't never been mine. My baby's babysitting me till she come back. She's coming back. Right.
Judges feel, judges tabulate your scores.
Higher.
All right, 1, 2, 3, put a book. Let's see from low to high. We have an 8.1. Higher. We have an 8.7. Higher. We have an 8.9. Higher. A 9.4. Higher. And a 9.7 for the poet. They're doing the math. Making sure the spreadsheet is spreadsheeting.
We have 27 even.
27 even for the poet. Alright, let's keep this thing rolling. Round 2, Team B, Tribe Slam Team. Who you setting up?
Moses Freeman!
Moses Freeman!
In 2005, Hurricane Katrina devastated the Gulf Coast. My best friend's dad was sent into the aftermath to provide hurricane relief. The 5th Ward was a sad story. They kept finding bodies. There is a man mumbling to himself while walking past them on the streets. Hammer and nails. Hammer and nails. So my friend's dad asked him, "Sir, do you need help? Well, where is your family? Why do you need a hammer and some, where are they?" "I don't know, man. Everything just slipped through my hands. God damn them waters. God damn the hammer and them nails. They say the levees had broke. That the waters running inland from offshore. What would you do? What do you do when trouble visits your home? I seen the water climb up my steps. I hear it knocking at my door. When the water washed into the kitchen, I picked up my 2 kids and took them upstairs to their cribs. I started looking for my hammer and my nails. The plan was, if the waters got too high, I could nail the kids by their clothes to the roof or to the walls. I run back down the stairs and start hunting through the drawers. Hammer and nails. hammer and nails. I need to find a hammer and the nails, and I need to find them right now. I hear the water rushing into the house. Upstairs, the babies are starting to cry. Do they know that I can't find the hammer and the nails? They're not in the back room, they're not in the den, they're not in the kitchen. When the water is up to my shins, I run upstairs. The water seems to follow as I check through every closet, hammer and nails. I check under the bed, hammer and nails. When the water is up to my knees, I run back to my kids. I pull them out of their cribs, the water's moving too quick. I make my way into the attic with the baby in his hand, each of them screaming loudly, I need the hammer and the nails. I start kicking the wood paneling. I need to bust the whole out. The water is in the attic. Everything in the attic. Against the wall to my shoulders and back. Sputter the wood and shellac. The water is at my elbows when I finally hear her. And the panel cracks. The rush of water nearly knocks me out. When the tide drips into my grip, I look up and the kids are. The kids are gone. Haven't found them. Aren't you with the hurricane relief? This grief is too deep. I can't breathe. I feel like I'm drowning. I can't have lost them. Help me find them. Help me find the kids. Help me find the kids. Help me find them. Help me.
All right, judges, tabulate your scores. Let's see what they gave the poet. Judges, 1, 2, 3. Put them up. From low to high, we have a 7.9. We have an 8.5. We have an 8.9. A 9.2. And a 9.6 for the poet. Scorekeeper, what is that?
26.6.
26.6 for the poet. Let's keep it moving right along. Say what? Who you sending up?
Shade Black.
Shade Black, how about the poet?
Fantasy world with eyes wide open. I be daydreaming, but I was always taught to dream to be whatever I wanted to be. Mama said plant seeds in my Jack and Bean style reality and climb as high as I wanted to achieve. Like grasping mama 40 plus years to be in the slum with the same man. I want that type of love. Like Mickey and Minnie, their love is a beautiful fantasy. So Disney, Nickelodeon, all the Cartoon Network, these picture perfect invitation what love should look like. Love, I be looking for you in all the wrong men. Candy swirling my pants, I be jumping on men like a ladder who takes my goodies and leave me along some spaghetti, straining tears from the absence of his affection. Don't I deserve to be treated like a lady? Ain't no trap, a copper spade, a jeweler for life. I'm Yogi, baby. Smarter than the average bear, know what I've been playing, but then again, Boo-Boo is my sidekick, a picnic full of mistakes. 3 husbands, 3 baby daddies who left me to raise 3 kids of my own. And I'm still a Jolly Park Ranger out here chasing high heels who don't value my Prince and Milan strength. They'd rather for me to be weak with lust, like a molested father who scarred my heart, who fostered my innocence with the wilderness of his touch. Like Simba, except Down became a road runner, a winter woodpecker pecking at my flaws. They help her inject self-conscious beauty mark within the same obsession to be in control like the beast. Desire is still looking for Prince Charming to follow my heart with love, to waken my snow white glow with a good morning kiss, praying he will stay long enough to help me fix my Cinderella broken slipper down. The fairy godmother keeps showing up, talking about true character always appear at midnight and be men like who want to walk to the throne but never want to stick around for the core. They wonder why I become a candy apple, causing attitude of hurt, cold like Esther, angry like the leopard. See my heart like my mama is just too forgiving, too area the fish out of water with the ability to walk away. You see, scaling back from loving you is just too skin deep. Call me goofy. All off, I love at the sound of your name, love. They say it's better to have love than lost and never loved at all. See, I know a booty call is not true love, but it feels good to be loved. And after all the time you hurt me, I still want mama 40+ years to be in love with the same man. So to my future king, I'm Fiona to your Shrek. We both are not perfect. We both broken stiff skin, broken teacup. See, I'm no longer sipping up enough in your lives that I don't deserve to be treated like a queen. Mirror, mirror on the wall has shown me who I am. Beautiful, strong, loud, woman of self-confidence. And if loving me unconditionally is not part of your reality, then baby, I am like a fantasy you should be desiring.
Let's see what the judges think. Judges take the time, tabulate some scores, put a number to that poem you just heard. All right, 1, 2, 3, put them up. Let's see. All right, from low to high, we have an 8.5, we have an 8.6, an 8.7, a 9.0, and a 9.4 for the poet. That's a 26.3. We're gonna keep the proceedings proceeding this evening. Burn, beautiful. Who you sending up? Group B.
Poured myself a glass of water from the kitchen sink. The faucet kept dripping, and it reminded me my father's not around to fix this.
The last time I was in a bath like this, it was filled with candles and flowers and kisses, and now it's just me and all of my nakedness.
The largest waterfall on land is Angel Falls, plunging 3,212 feet. It draws 100,000 visitors each year, but I see motherhood.
Have you ever tried to hold water?
Have you ever tried to clutch it to your chest, feel it slip through your fingers?
The day my father died, my tears felt like burdens on my grandmother's shoulders. The tissue she offered was laced with those tears. Won't bring him back. Our last conversation cut by a phone line. This is how the women in my family have survived. Swallowing those tears, letting them water their resolve, and resigning themselves to a life without the freedom of release.
A piece of me broke when he said, I wanted a significant other and you were not her. As those words rocked me like a ship on a raging sea, I instead chose to reinforce my tongue with that shard of myself. The burning of stifled tears was less painful than the knowledge that I showed him weakness, showed him the soft underbelly of vulnerability.
I could feel the levees breaking as I bathed my boys. The cracks in this abusive relationship are growing larger, and this is the river I've been trying to outrun. Only my tears can finish this race now. But mothers aren't supposed to cry when the water's flooded. We clean messes no matter who's made them. Even on the days I can't lift the sandbags underneath my eyes. Our love is the pool that keeps everyone else afloat. Because God forbid I let my boys see I'm the one that's drowning.
As women,
We're told we shouldn't cry,
not even when your father dies.
Or your lover leaves anyway.
or when everyone else needs you, but you have nothing left to give.
But who taught us to forget that life cannot exist without water? Every drip is a tear I couldn't cry at my father's funeral.
Every bath is a well of heartache.
Every waterfall is a mother's work that never empties. So we just keep pouring and pouring and pouring. They only see the beautiful and never the sacrifice. My tears
taught me how to feel without apology.
Told the truth, my mouth was afraid.
Help me human when life tried to harden me.
Today, for once, I won't try to fix it.
Today, I'll let the water run until I step out clean.
Today, this waterfall will just keep plunging, but maybe it's time I see it for the wonder that it is. Because crying was never my weakness.
It's my release.
My refuge.
My resilience.
At 15.
At 28.
At 36.
It's been the only thing that has
helped me through my womanhood. And I am not hiding it anymore.
All right, judges tabulating your scores. Add a numerical value to what you thought of that poll. 1, 2, 3. Put them up, please, and thank you. From low to high, we have a 9. We have a 9.1, a 9.2, a 9.5, and a 9.8. That's a 27.8. 27.8. All right, we're gonna keep it moving right along. The next team up to the mic. Verb Benders, who you sending up?
Group B.
Group B.
I think we know who chose those colors and actually should.
Let's get it.
To the fire, to the limit, to the wall. For a chance to be with you, I'd gladly risk it all. January 11th, 2025, Hollywood method acted as hell. Wildfires set our neighborhoods ablaze.
March 5th, 2022. Mommy took her last breath. Kidney failure stole any will to fight she had left.
November 22nd, 2021. Screams scorch my kitchen as mother melts down.
I dropped everything, like escaping a burning building.
And our home went from standing up to dust to dust.
When the ash felt like snow, we wondered which wall was being wiped off our windshield.
I found myself at work, drowning in a drought, dressed with a smile, grief, a heat wave preparing to take any tears.
Her misguided rage misgenders me. An heirloom I wanted cremated. A ghost town was made of right remain.
We've been living off fast food for what feels like forever.
Mommy could revamp leftovers into gourmet. Everything hits my tongue burnt. Like the good in my life was already offered at the altar.
My 4-year-old asked, when are we going back home?
My granddaughter asked me, why can't I see your mommy?
My inner child wants to know where mommy is.
We didn't have the heart to tell them the truth. We taught them to play pretend.
You can never lose imaginary friends. I asked State Farm how much they would pay for my new front door.
Stretch syrup sandwiches like molasses to afford the shack to shit in.
I asked you, Mana, how much of the claim will cover the casket?
My deductible's higher than the handle. My bed was an affordable therapist some nights.
My mother's lap was the safest place to cry on.
The world felt like the grave I was sinking into.
The place where I laid my head is gone. Left a light to a vacant lot. And I'm still under the pressure to rebuild. You're her only daughter. Organize her belongings before sorrow pushes you over.
You're on your own now. Make a way or make peace.
You're the man of the house. You're not a man without the house.
Build it back with your bare hands. Find the phoenix in the fallen rubble. Tell her I want my mother back.
Tell her to bring water instead of fire.
Tell her to take me away already.
Tell her I never got to say goodbye.
Tell my mama I love her.
Tell her to hug me in embers. Engulf me in inferno.
My home.
I preach the family tree.
My mother's last breath. My heart is smoke.
Now I'm gasping for air, and everything is still burning.
Ashes to ashes.
Dust to dust.
Grief is not just pain, it is walking through flames. Watching it spread wild as the fire. We fight,
right, then, let's see what these judges think. Judges, tally the scores, please and thank you. 1, 2, 3, put them up. What did y'all think? From a low to high, we have an 8.5. We have a 9.1. We have a 9.5. We have a 9.8. And we have a nice first 10. Score, people, what is that? That's a 28.4. Also, quick announcement. If at any moment, like we said earlier, if you hear anything that's, triggers you or traumatic or anything like that, Madison, can you go ahead and wave your hand back there? Say hi, Madison, everyone. Hi. She is here to help you with your mental health at any point in time. You can go speak to her. Poets, audience, person, who just has questions, by all means. All right, we are going to keep things proceeding. Up next, we have our indie poets, our 2 indie poets. So, first indie poet coming up here before we get to the third round. Clap it up for Caleb!
After a slam, a poet asked me why I wrote another rape poem. He says they become so cliche. My response: I write rape poems because I'm still being told that men can't be that kind of assault. I write rape poems as a reminder that my rapist found the least amount of definition for the word rape and used it against me, turned my mouth into the word no that never existed, my body into a self-esteem, just devoid my whole body into a chalk outline just so he could run right through it. I write rape poems as a reminder that if Jesus needs permission to enter my body, then so do you. I write rape poems as a reminder that rape is not an accident. No, you were not running. No, your shoes were not untied. No, you did not trip and fall inside my very own body. I write rape poems as a reminder that when I called the police and said that someone broke inside my car, they wrote a report. So why are there so many questions when I say somebody broke inside my very own body? You see, when you say cliche, you really mean like another one? Like so repetitive, like I've heard that story 1,000 times, like you should probably realize that 1,000 people you know have the same story. Like, couldn't you write a poem about something more happy, like bridges and roads and flowers, and not how you were opened up like one question? What is more cliche than a rape poem? Surviving it every single day. What's more repetitive than a rape poem? This heartbeat. This heartbeat that won't stop. This heartbeat that won't stop even though this world is trying to stop it. This heartbeat that won't stop is beating like a battle cry, like a war drum, like surviving again and again and again and again and again. And if anyone here was to come up to me after this slam and say that they think that this poem is repetitive or cliche, good. Because that's the whole fucking point.
Judges, do your judging. Get those numbers together, and on the count of 3, put them up. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we got here. From low to high, we have an 8.7. We have an 8.8. We have an 8.8. We have a 9.4, and we have a 9.5. Clap for the poet. That is a 27 even for the poet. All right, we're going to our next indie. Clap him up all the way to the stage. It is Will Allen.
Let's go, poet.
Children these days are so ungrateful. You have a roof over your head, clothes on your back, and you have the nerve to talk about how your childhood is hard. Back in my day, if the lights were on and there was food in your stomach, you were blessed, because there were those who didn't have either. Ma, you told me when I wanted to be praised for going to school and doing my homework that that's the bare minimum, but as a parent, when we praise for clothing and sheltering me, isn't that also the bare minimum? Boy, do you know what it took to get you here? I made away from nothing and you all had to show for it, so you will live the life I never could. Go in debt for an education I can't afford, but it's okay because you have a lifetime to pay it off. Mom, do you hope not getting it here? An education goes far beyond that of the dollar, or in my case, the lack thereof. It also comes with the expectations in the world is already hard enough. Son, I know the world is hard, but I'll make sure the world can't break you. Because I will break you first. You can't break what's already broken. And this is the logic my younger self never understood. Mom, if the world is going to break me, then why can't you be the place where I'm pieced back together? I never blamed you for being the parent I was born, but you seem to blame me for being the child. I never blamed you for being the mom that stayed. I never blamed you for being the parent that stayed, but you seem to blame me for being the child that was born. As if I had a choice. I didn't ask for this. I had to grow up being the mistake, the talking point, the milestone, the thing that was born so you could feel like your life had meaning. When I didn't complete any of those, I was the one to blame. I asked you to treat me like a person. You have told me I'm your possession, something to own and call upon whenever you see fit. And Mom, I know you've been deprived of feeling. You're the same one that's supposed to feed you love, deny your healing. So why do the same to your son? When you said raising me was hell, the smoke from the flames saw images of my father. Is that why you stole my joy and let me know the qualities you wish your husbands had? Being the man in the house at 7, raising my little brother, made me an adult before the adolescent, and now I'm tired of trying to live the dream you had for me while living a nightmare to get there, Mom. Mama, I told you, it took me years to realize I'm not mature for my age. I'm just less traumatized than I used to be. And I've always believed in what you told me, which is why sometimes I didn't believe in myself. Do you remember that one time I got a 99 on that test and you told me that I could do better? You always seem to forget that I'm the one that's missing. I've known you my entire life and you've known my grades better than you know me, but it's okay. Even if I could go back, I would not change the past. I still need my mother. But all I need from you, Mom, is an apology.
Judges, let's see how y'all feel about it. Put the number score down. Give y'all a minute to tabulate. 1, 2, 3, throw them up. All right, from low to high, we have a 7.8. Higher. We have an 8.4. Higher. We have an 8.8. Higher. We have a 9.3. And we have a 9.5 for the play. That is a 26.5 for the poet. Audience, how are y'all feeling? All right, let's get into this third round. Y'all ready for this third round? Yeah. Team C, say what? Who you sending up? Group Peace. Group Peace.
choose crying.
Alone in a car the day before Halloween.
You want to hear something scary?
My sister became a ghost without the costume, hanging from her bunk bed.
My son became a sacrificial lamb, shot in the head on Easter. Every sunrise, I become the resurrection, picking up the same shell casing. It's crazy how the world went back to sleep while dreaming that our pain was a reality. This is the realest pain I ever had to live with.
Like a frayed smile, an old tattered scarf, because my whole existence was a loose thread from a hymn that came undone.
Like floodgates, drowning in what guilt, angry for bringing a child in the world that rehearsed funerals for black boys. Grief, a fist to the throat, a chokehold that drag you to your knees. Prayers, sounds like begging. Please let my son walk through the door.
We were supposed to go to France. Instead, her headstone is the only passport she ever got.
While the world sent us casserole, as if our hunger was the problem.
As if something warm could replace my best friend.
The coroner, the police gave me a case number, a body, called him statistic before naming him my son.
Like this week doesn't deserve candlelight vigils, soft voices, and support groups.
Because not all black boys get a visual, they get a body bag. Someone marginalized pain, called it 3/5 of a portion. Apparently, some tears to baptize the nation,
while other tears just flood the living room floor.
Mine's never made the forecast, so what the world of grief looks like.
The kind that call a tragedy.
What was he doing out that late?
Or the kind that doesn't make people change the subject at dinner.
The kind that doesn't make me learn how to swallow earthquakes without making a sound, but still hear how the parking lots remember his name better than the news ever did. Not all stories make the front page.
Like my father, a fucking cop, said I deserve to be stoned to death for saying he's the reason my sister is gone.
Like the detective who went ghost and stopped returning my phone calls. They told us we were different species of women.
That my pain was fragile.
That mine was dangerous. But they forgot that time heals all wounds.
20 years she's been gone, they still ask me for the details.
Was it game related? They judged our pain before offering condolences, but we grieved anyway.
The same sleepless night.
Asking the same question. Why did we get a goodbye?
She never walked across the stage.
She never said I do. So we did the hard thing. Got dressed the funerals instead of celebrations.
6 feet of dirt between us, but I can't hear her voice.
So we stand like flowers rooted in grief. Remember the phone calls and now sound like
I haven't worn a scarf since that October.
I trust with my whole heart since that March. Death changed our lives,
but we are still surviving the seasons.
Somewhere between crying and choosing to get dressed anyway and calling it a good day.
Judges, get your scores together, get your scores together. These judges are quick on the draw. I really appreciate that. 1, 2, 3, judges, put it up. From low to high, we have an 8.4. We have a 9.1, a 9.2, a 9.3, and a 9.5 for the poets. That is a 27.6. All right, let's keep this moving. Team D, Burn Beautiful. Who you sending up?
For decades after World War II ended, dozens of Japanese soldiers kept fighting. Steadfast on believing the war wasn't over, they built homes out of caves and hollow bushes, survived mostly on coconuts and stolen rice. Their families sent letters, locals posted flyers, all of it was written off as enemy propaganda. They were convinced that surrender would be the ultimate dishonor, so they waited for their commanders to arrive and relieve them of their posts, which for the last of them, that waiting would take 29 years. Can you imagine these loyal soldiers fighting for that long in a war that was already over? My loyal soldier is 13. She woke up one day to a gun aimed at the sky, the get ready and get set before the first shot said go. It slipped out of his mouth and flew through his hands until it made contact with her cheek. This war would last 4 years. She would never know when the next bomb would drop. His destruction stripped her life from her until she was dependent on him. And while standing in the rubble of her childhood, surrounded by the flames, burning her innocence, she would be told that destruction was her fault. So she learned how to fight, how to mold her tongue into a dagger, ready to slice through the words he tossed like rotten fruit. That grit turned dagger to sword, and when her fractures day arrived, the monster lay slain. But she refused to believe it was over. So she burned him to a form that could never return and carried his ashes like a promise to never let anyone in again. She built a fortress around herself and stood guard, vigilantly taking out anyone who got too close. Battle became her life, survival became the point, and peace became a myth. And now, 18 years later, she is sending her pleas for relief like paper planes invading my airspace, begging that I won't shoot them down. How long have I left her to fight without realizing I was the commander, allowing the life he convinced us of to be the old contacts we refused to replace, knowing he deserves no place in our life? I head to her hideout. She sees me coming, white flag in hand, and falls to her knees, ready for relief, but still asks, what if there's more like him? So I tell her the story of those soldiers, how we all remain loyal to the traumas that started our wars without realizing that the freedom we are fighting for is just on the other side of surrender. Any pain she may experience out there can never be worse than the agony of a life survived but never lived. I tell her, there may be more like him, but baby, it is because of you that I had the chance to become the woman who would have protected you then, and I'll do it now. I will fight like hell to be the safe space she calls home. For her peace, there will be no surrender, because that is the only war this soldier is willing to be loyal to.
It's all good, I'll get that. Judges, tabulate your scores, 1, 2, 3, put them up. From low to high, we have a 9.0. We have a 9.0. We have a 9.1. We have a 9.4. And we have a 9.6 for the poet. That is a 27.5. Team A, Verbbenders, who you sending up?
They say there is no better song for a father to put on than his daughter. But my family loves music the way obituaries love death. Musicians run in my family, except instruments play them. And my daughter is no different. No, my daughter knows what it means to get high off the family tree. See, this genre be generational. For my daughter made her addiction into a musical, composed opium into a genocide, habitually injecting herself with notes high enough to leave her body baseline. But after all, this sound of music is notorious for making phantoms of its opera. Just ask her mother. And the way her mother's credit card would swipe the throat of retail until it bled enough debt to sink a mortgage. My family loves music the way demons love the church. A musician runs in my daughter, except instruments play her for the needle. Got her living life in the wrong key. Got my baby treated recovery like the rollout of an album she never wants to be released, meaning for years I've woken up simply trying to get my daughter back on a track that don't lead to the casket. But after all, addiction is a musical, and my baby has become Broadway, but the pipes that she has are not for vocals. Those Hamiltons that she spent to get a G only led to the OD, meaning while my baby was playing God, she got high enough to meet him. And now that she's gone, her song is lost inside the land where even our Liberty Bell got a little crack in it, where being free requires more dependency because money don't grow on trees unless they're planted with poppy seeds. That's why this country loves music the way the flesh loves lust. Musicians run in my country, except instruments play us. But outside on the streets of Orlando, there was someone's daughter, someone's son, someone's loved one turned broken record, scratched up by the wrong kind of needle, playing all the type of hits that will never make the charts, from the line out the liquor store to the line out them drive-thrus. Are we all just looking for a fix? And ain't this country been our red wolf to white and blue, moving more weight than pallbearers, conditioning us to be on the corner since the cradle, to be hopped up since hopscotch, and they say God bless America. But I fear the blessings have run out, for how can he tune the strings of a nation that stays so strung out?
All right, let's see what the judges think. Give them a little second to put their scores down, put the scores down. Now put them up. Let's see. Judges from low to high. We have an 8.6. We have a 9.0, a 9.0, a 9.5, and the night's second perfect 10. That is a 27.5. Moving right along, Team B, Tribe Slam Team. Who you setting up? Clap it up for that boy!
Let's go, boy. Let's go, B-Mo. One with the words.
I could wear an oversized hoodie and sweats, and somebody would still be like, look at all that ass. Because thick thighs write poetry. Because fat ass is stage presence. They say poetry is words, but it's also visual. Wordplay be the background noise to my body. Most of you don't want to network with me. You just want access, on a conquest, not really listening, or discrediting everything I do because I'm pretty. Baby, my poetry circles around your poetry. The face is a bonus. Not my fault you got attraction deficiency. Bold, no personality, too much audacity, and nothing to say. Some of you will hear this and think, yeah, she wants me. Fascinating. I could talk about how depression is silently killing me, and some man still gonna sit out there and be like, how do I get close enough to touch them titties? Using misguided manipulation tactics to be my friend, confusing hangouts for dates, proximity for permission, just building the boldness to say something crazy like, fuck me. I mean, you probably fuck pretty. I mean, you're so fucking pretty. I mean, your poetry is pretty. You know what else is pretty? This big head with a big brain that spells metaphors faster than you could spell the word pretty. I am that bitch. Emphasis on that, thick thighs and a master's degree because the body was never a prerequisite. My mere existence is wordplay. It rewrites the dictionary and gives you a new vocabulary, so you had best study before you approach a woman like me. See, this is not my audition to be a woman. This is me wanting to be heard in a space where I don't want to be hunted. I'm an artist, not an acquisition.
Exactly.
Let's go to our judges. Judges, let's see what they think. Put it up, judges. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, go. From low to high, we have a 9. We have a 9.4, a 9.5, a 9.7, and a 9.8 for the poet. That is a 28.6. All right, now we got one more indie poet before we get into our final round. Y'all having a good time? Say word. All right, clap it up for your last indie poet of the night. It is Catherine Rose.
Oh, say, can you see? No, America, we cannot see. You have done everything in your power to blind us, to bind us, to divide us, not just from each other, but the mother that provides us. God, us out here chasing a piece of paper that isn't even ours. We owe it right back when we get it. It was always theirs. It's just an illusion that it's ours, because without that, you wouldn't give up your hours, and that's how they have all the power. Meanwhile, the battle on all its moons, well, that's ours. Eden has been turned into a landfill that have been altering all our meals. That's not the same thing you grew up eating. They got us addicted to the brands, and that's the only label we're reading. If we stop eating it and try it again, it tastes like chemicals, let the poisoning begin. But that makes sense. If we die before we retire, they can keep our benefits. Looks like they're getting all the benefits. Let's start with the biggest con, the insurance man. You know, your monthly plan. More false hope than a non-committal man, because you give, and when it's time to receive, your claim's been denied and you've been deceived. Minimum wage is $7.25, and a carton of eggs costs an hour of our lives. Now tell me how we're supposed to survive, and what's worse is what it costs to die. And what's crazy is we all comply, and then we judge anyone who doesn't abide. Well, ain't that America for you and me? Yeah, well, it might be home, but nothing's free. We are trapped in this hive. We are worker bees, and they are smoking us out, and we can't even see. And we use what little time we have left to stare at a screen so it can tell us who we should be. Fueled by a short burst of validation, ran by greed and domination, that toxic cycle is in rotation, a virus spread across the nation, a prison cell in our own making, the amount of lives they've already taken. So how much longer before we awaken? How many more lives have to be taken? How much longer are we all just going to keep faking before we stand together because we can see and take back our power from sea to shining sea?
All right, judges, get your numbers together. Y'all been doing such a good job. If no one's told you, let me tell you again. Appreciate y'all. 1, 2, 3, put them up. From low to high, we have a 7.0. We have an 8.4. We have an 8.8, an 8.8, and an 8.8 for Catherine Rose. That is a 26 even for the poet. Orlando, Florida, are you ready for this last round? Let's see. Team D, Burn Beautiful, who are you sending up?
As if Romeo and Juliet wasn't tragic enough, Verona is home to a statue of Juliet with the face of a grown woman she'd never become. Her young chest, gilded in a sickening gold as locals and foreigners hope to rub luck off of what is left of her. The thing about weathering is that it'll take even the most refined statue and dull it down to its most basic form. The thing about men is that no matter the material you're made of, whether it be stone, brass, or flesh and bone, over time they will wear you down. Even the strongest stone will eventually weather and crack under the pressure of their hands. Their hands will Midas touch brass bodies, bronze breasts to a tainted gold. But what happens when some men reach past the surface and straight for your most vulnerable self? What happens when you walk the shoes of a woman that isn't afforded the privilege to take hers off, while she wasn't cursed with the ability to remember or feel? She cannot flee. Her brass body won't budge. Her stone eyes will only shed tears when the rain runs down her cheeks. She will never know the warmth of love, just the blistering heat of a lust she'll never choose, a touch she'll never return. I wonder if these statues have ever heard the tale of Galatea, how she was created as the perfect woman, a woman made of ivory and Pygmalion's projections of who he'd want her to be. All of Greece sat at this man's fingertips, and instead the voice of a woman who couldn't speak is the one he grasped at. He begged Aphrodite to bring his ivory lover to life. So she siphoned sentience into the statue, and despite all of that, all the gifts he adorned her in, and long nights of yearning now that she was living and breathing and thinking, now that she was her own person who no longer wanted her. I wondered if ivory and ignorance was better than flesh, bone, in the bitter taste of knowing that she was better off cold and exquisite than worn and flawed. And that way, I see myself in Galatea. She would have been forever changed by him, either through the gradual weathering of his touch or the crushing weight of knowing that she was never someone he loved, but something he could possess. I wonder which she preferred, and if it would have made a difference anyway.
Judges, let's see how y'all feel. Put a number down, put a number down. Uno, dos, tres. Put them up. From low to high, for that poet, we have an 8.8. We have an 8.9. We have a 9.1. A 9.1. And a 9.3 for the poet. That is a 27.1 for the poet. All right, fourth round, Team A. Verbbenders, will you send it up?
Matty G!
Matty G is up for the poet.
You look good, girl.
Let's go, Maddie.
Let's go, Chloe.
They say there's a thin line between love and hate. In my case, there was always a mirror. I can't remember the first time I felt any hate for self, but the explanations given by my brain have been engraved on my body as a reminder of how it felt and how it sometimes feels. As I trace the scars, the memories are so real of the times that I look from the outside, watching my actions as they made my reflection cry. Tears became an acknowledgement of my distorted truth and my deformed self. Because in the midst of my despair, I found comfort in the caress of a blade. It was slide down my leg as if my thigh was plump with secrets it was never supposed to tell. Every cut let out 1,000 piece help me, muffled by my grip. The warmth in between my fingers felt more like tears from screaming wounds, but it gave me a physical reason to hurt. In the end, it was just an affirmation that cutting a love could not satisfy this pain that I carried inside myself. So I chose not to eat. The hunger pains became a proclamation of power. Power no one else could give me or take, power only I possess. Fewer but daily reminders that somehow calories were equivalent to hate. Because the thinner I look, the more likes I became. But I couldn't win this battle against myself. So I would eat enough food to feed each moment of hatred its own plate, until my body felt the natural urge to purge, to reclaim the hollow feeling, this empty space, this empty love that I felt for myself. But when my body would not react on its own, my finger always in autopilot, reaching for my thoughts, finding my regret, trying to undo the moment of weakness, rewind the full mistake, or at least give me back the hunger that made me feel in power. But less, it was so hard to explain, because I loved me. But her in the mirror, she was hate, mortification of the flesh, this constant punishment that I deserve, as if I could bleed this pain of my body, as if I could starve it away, as if I could throw up all these feelings, as if I could beat this fury out of my chest. This constant loathing was the reason why her and I could not be the same. So many times I fantasized of parting with this pain. So finally pills gave hope to the me I felt. Sliding down the walls of my esophagus was this end that I thought I'd pray. So I closed my eyes. I was done. I slept for what seemed like days. But even in my dreams, I wasn't ready to face the end. Climbing up the ladder of life. Because after I jumped, I wasn't ready to let go. So gasp. As the air entered my lungs, disoriented and afraid of being alone, I looked for her in the mirror, and she smiled with tears of hope. All this time, she was begging me to love her, and today I'm thankful she never gave up on self-love.
Yeah.
All right, judges, let's see what y'all thought. 1, 2, 3. Put your scores up. From low to high, we have an 8.8, an 8.9, a 9, a 9.1, and a 9.8 for the poets. That is a 27 even. Moving right along. 4th round, Team B, Tribe Slam Team. Will you send it up?
Trapeze.
Group. Wait, what's that?
Trapeze.
Trapeze. Group, please.
Let's go, poets.
Let's go, Tribe. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water, so we can pull you under. The waters of Lake Lanier are beautiful, ain't they? I was laid to rest beneath them before the water ripped me from my sleep. My body drifted into the tide, my casket opened wide into the lake. Come with me, so I can show you why you should come beneath. Hold my hand and hold your breath. Every step we take, we sink, sink, sink. Can you feel it? The crushing pressure of the deep? Do you feel the strength of the current took up the air that you breathe? Those are my hands. They have built this town of Oscarville before the whites drove us away. Say they found a white girl dead in the woods nearby and needed somebody to blame. But these hands have been worked this land, the land of our churches and our graves. They turned my hometown into a
The waters of Lake Lanier are beautiful, aren't they? Look at me. A beauty as the water flows right through me. It's like the water is my skin. It's like the water understands. Take my hand. Wish the babe being deep. They say that these depths will set you free. All you need to do is sink, sink, sink. Down below there's a city. Let me show you every street and building. Let me show you brick by brick to your cotton lungs prick.
To your eyes dead fish!
Bodies missing? It was me. Pulling motors beneath. I thank everyone to see the waters of Lake Lanier. Beautiful and dead. In the shadow of sleep, will the streets still remember my people in the schools and out for the schools of business? And the hospital will be a home for us spirits, and us spirits are still supposed to be. But life's not so bad down here. We can have a feast of broken bodies till the bones are all picked clean. You invited to join us. All you need to do is sink, sink, sink. I'm excited just thinking about it. Goosebumps up and down my body. I get the shudders every time I find someone trying. Wade in the water. Wade in the water. Children, wade in the water. God won't trouble the water.
Judges, tabulate your scores. Let's see how they felt. 1, 2, 3, put them up. From low to high, we have an 8.6. We have a 9.4. We have a 10.
After a 0.5 point time penalty, we have a 29.4.
29.4 after a 0.5 time penalty. Oh, wait.
Okay, there we go, it's a 28.9.
28.9 after a 0.5 time penalty. Full time!
It was well worth it.
All right. Fourth round, Team C. Say what? Who you setting up?
Groupies!
Groupies!
Say what?
Let's go! Let's go!
Let's show you who we are.
I like those guys.
Let's go, poets.
They go Black feet.
There's this long-standing rumor that black don't crack.
And it doesn't. What's the secret? Cocoa butter, oils, melanin, or fountain youth?
Black don't crack unless you're talking about the cracking of whips on our backs.
Or the cracking of firearms on my back just because I'm black. Black don't crack.
My black is a single mother, having the energy to work 2 jobs to provide for her kids.
My black is a father present his child's life, working despite every stereotype and refuse to be seen as a deadbeat. Despite all this, my black has moments. It needs help. It needs prayer. Black don't crack. My black needs more than cocoa butter. It needs therapy. It needs friends. It needs to feel secure in every decision that's made.
My black's not afraid to admit it doesn't have it all figured out, but my black is strong.
My black is everything, everywhere, all at once.
My black can be dressed professional, speaking smoothly at a seminary.
But ain't afraid to call out your bigotry or racism if you decide to talk sideways. My black stands 10 toes down on these.
My black is Shakari Richardson. Snatched her wig off and getting first place in the sprinting race.
My black remembers you weren't there when I was down. Now that I'm up,
don't come around. Black don't crack. My black's a middle finger to every teacher said he graduated from high school be a wet dream.
My black determination will against systems that's meant to break me. My black is what never giving up looks like. My black will march down Washington, delivering a speech and let everyone know that I have a dream. But ain't afraid to pick up that iron and get it done by any means.
This black is versatile. This black will work to a genre of music that says it hits my skin. Tell it to hold my beer and grind my horse to the Motown break.
It breaks records.
Breaks stereotypes.
Generational curses. It breaks barriers meant to block me from blessings.
This black is resilient.
This black is the main ingredient to everything you see in existence. So you're right. Black don't crack. It grows. It heals. It refuses to be anything other than great.
Judges, for the final time, tabulate your scores, please and thank you. 1, 2, 3, put them up. From low to high, we have a 9.4. We have a 9.5. We have a 9.6, a 9.8, and a 9.9. No, we got a point. Oh, I didn't tabulate. Mathematics. First up, clap for all the poets that you heard today. That's a 28.9 for Say What. All right, you're gonna tabulate the final scores, but first, thank you very much, Orlando, Florida, for putting on Southern Fried. It feels good. It feels good. You're having a good time for what? All right. Our timekeepers, scorekeepers, and wonderful bout managers are going to get the final results, which I will share with you momentarily. In the meantime, how you been? Good?
Stress, bro.
Stress? Judges were stressed? I apologize for anyone who was like videotaping or taking photos and there's just a random Mexican in your videos. That's my bad. I tried, you know. Also, I had to stay stoic the whole time, so I'm like disassociating, playing Sonic the Hedgehog in my head. Like, all right, let's see what I got. Y'all ready for the final results? Alright. First, I'm gonna give the rankings of the indie poets. Getting number 4, we have Catherine Rose, clap for the poet. Getting number 3rd, we have Will Allen, clap for the poet. And tied for the 1, we have Patricia and Caleb, clap for the poet. Now for the team cumulative scores, coming in at 4, we have Say What with a score of 107.2. Clap for the team, hell yeah. Number 3, we have Tribe Slam with a cumulative score of 108.6. Pulling the 2, we have Verb Benders with 110.2. And pulling the 1, we have Burn Beautiful with 110.9. please go to see our bout managers, sign off on all of the bout sheets and paperwork. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all very much. Orlando, Southern Fried, you're wonderful. Yeah. Smoke if you got it.